Life is an adventure, isn't it? Full of exciting experiences, lively liaisons and dramatic developments. But sometimes unexpected obstacles drop into our path. We've got to negotiate the weirs of the whitewater rapids, the things that make life a little bit more tricky as we sail the river of life. And as I continue this rather tortured metaphor, for which I apologise, consider encountering one of those whirlpools just as you're learning how to steer your boat in the first place. For example, becoming a diagnosed celiac when you're still a kid. Here's Hayley Phillips from Allergy Adventures, recorded, I'm afraid, in a rather noisy exhibition centre. Hayley wrote her range of books for children with allergies after what happened to her niece.
When she was 8 months old, she was diagnosed with an egg allergy, and when she was 2 and 3, she became more aware of what she had. She knew she was different to everyone else by not having the cake that everyone else gets at birthday parties.
So that's obviously egg in its raw form, but also in the breads and in the cakes and that kind of thing, and in the pastas.
It's also the derivatives of egg. So even looking at labels, you need to look at lectin on labels. It's all those types of things that you need to be aware of when it's an egg allergy.
So what was she going through then as a kid? I mean, I'm thinking going to a birthday party and not being able to have her best friend's birthday cake, or even her own birthday cake.
That's if she got invited, because sometimes children with allergies aren't even invited to their friends' birthdays.
Because the other mum is too scared I may poison you.
It's a fear that the parents have, and that's what I want to try and do, is just bring the awareness of just getting those simple steps. Children are so aware of what they've got, and sometimes they even know more than the adults, and so when it becomes food time or any kind of meal time, they know that to eat the food that's in front of them. What I want to do is just to try and teach children to have that extra layer between an adult giving them a food item, to always question them, to just go, when I meet people, I must let them know that food do not always go. I'm allergic to egg. Can I eat you? And so these rhymes in the books, that it just brings a fun perspective on something.
Because it's well known, as a kid, you don't necessarily see through the consequences of your actions, do you? You know perhaps that you don't do it, but you forget that you'll get told off, or something might break, or you might hurt yourself, so you go ahead and do it very often because you can't foresee the future. And the same goes for food. You're told you shouldn't eat something, but you might because you forget that makes you ill and how uncomfortable or horrid that makes you feel.
It's more the curiosity as they grow older. It's the curiosity.
So I've never tasted this, right?
To have that.
And if something is banned, or you're not allowed to have it, you want it even more.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's where children do feel disappointed when they're told, you can't eat this, you can only eat the cake that I brought with you. And as much as parents struggle to try and make a cake that looks and tastes as good as shop-bought items, sometimes it can be really difficult. And so what I'm trying to do is just to create a world for children that they can kind of connect with, that teaches them about their allergy, but in a fun way.
Okay, so tell us about your world, about your adventure. So you've got a series of, 3 or 4 different storybooks?
Yeah, so my background was in graphic design, so I knew that I could develop this fun, positive world for children. And it's got, at the moment, there's 8 common allergies. So each one of those allergy characters goes on an adventure, and when they eat something from their lunchbox, as we know, we always have to take some kind of item with us when we go out, because you can't always rely on other, restaurants or birthday parties to supply the food that you can only eat. So I'm making this lunchbox magical. So when they eat something from their lunchbox, they get sucked inside and go on to an amazing adventure, be it the zoo or the picnic or the seaside. And each of these characters meet food characters, so like the beetroot monkey, or it might meet the onion ring master who lives in the gluten-free bread and jam tent. But it's all these kind of characters.
I like that, the onion ring master. I just got that. Yeah. I'm a bit slow.
It's just about those things. You don't just kind of go to the child, hey, let's not do carrots, peas and mash. It's a rocket man with a pea helmet that shoots out of a carrot cannon into mash. So all these type of things, the child's imagination then goes wild. Just go, wow, let's have a rocket man who shoots out a carrot cannon. And it's all the fruits and vegetables that they can eat that makes it fun. And so children have a more positive outlook of just going, right, this is what we want to eat. This is, this is what, if this is the food that I'm going to have to eat for the rest of my life, let's make it fun.
And I guess some kids may even be put off from eating at all. You know, it's scary to eat because it makes me unwell. I don't know what I'm supposed to be eating. Perhaps I don't think that process through, but it can be really difficult.
It's more the social exclusion. So it's more children. So my niece, she was on a separate table at lunchtime, and she then started not eating her lunch because she just wanted to be with all the other children. So that develops eating disorders, early on, and that's what I want to tackle, just to kind of get the awareness out there, making people know that you can sit a child on the end of the table. They know themselves of what food they can eat inside, their lunchbox or whatever's been given to them has been checked by their parents. For the last 2 years, I've been working on this. I gave up my full-time job in September because I was juggling the two. So I was working full-time, keep the roof over my head, and then working until 1 o'clock in the morning to create this world for children.